Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The Washington Commanders find themselves in a tense yet intriguing situation with their star wide receiver Terry McLaurin, whose future with the team hangs in the balance. Since being drafted in the third round of the 2019 NFL Draft, McLaurin has transformed into a reliable offensive weapon, consistently delivering 1,000-yard seasons over the past 5 years. Nicknamed Scary Terry for his ability to break defenses and create big plays, McLaurin has become synonymous with the Commanders' recent offensive resurgence. However, despite his undeniable contributions on the field, contract negotiations have stalled. Approaching 30 years old with only 1 year left on his current deal, the team is hesitating to commit to an extension with the high financial demands McLaurin is making. The wide receiver's frustration boiled over when he publicly requested a trade after the sides failed to reach a new agreement, sending shockwaves through the fan base and media alike. McLaurin's trade request was initially seen as a potential turning point, signaling the end of an era in Washington. The team's front office, however, quickly realized the gravity of losing their most consistent offensive playmaker without getting fair value in return. With McLaurin poised to make a base salary of $15 million in the final year of his contract, the Commanders are well aware that trading him for less than his market worth would be a major misstep. It's a complicated scenario, with the franchise juggling loyalty, business pragmatism, and the harsh realities of the NFL salary cap. According to ESPN's Dan Graziano, the Commanders remain firm on their stance. They do not intend to trade McLaurin. Instead, efforts are ongoing to repair the relationship and work toward a contract extension that satisfies both sides. This development is a critical one because McLaurin is more than just a star receiver. He's been a symbol of hope and stability. During some of Washington's darkest seasons, his loyalty to the franchise is notable, having stayed through losing campaigns and uncertain times. Last season, he finally got a taste of postseason success, helping lead the Commanders to playoff wins against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit Lions. Those victories marked a turning point for the team and should have given McLaurin some motivation to stay put. Moreover, the presence of Jaden Daniels, an emerging young quarterback with plenty of upside, means McLaurin could continue to shine and possibly improve his stats in the coming years. This dynamic duo has the potential to elevate Washington's offense to new heights, making a compelling case for McLaurin to reconsider his trade request. From a financial perspective, it's clear why McLaurin is pushing for a contract that pays him more than $30 million annually. His rookie deal was modest, making less than $1 million per year, and his consistent elite performance deserves to be rewarded accordingly. It's not just about recognition, but also about securing financial stability as he approaches his 30s, an age when many NFL players start thinking about life after football. McLaurin has proven himself worthy of top-tier receiver money, though it's unlikely he will reach the astronomical deals given to players like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. Still, with the Commanders reportedly keen to keep him, a deal somewhere in the $20 to $32 million per year range seems both reasonable and likely. The negotiations highlight a classic NFL tension between a franchise's financial constraints and a player's market value. Washington is currently in a position to be a playoff contender for years, thanks in part to McLaurin's presence and the development of Daniels. Letting McLaurin walk away could disrupt that progress, so the team's front office is motivated to find common ground. While neither side appears ready to back down completely, there is a shared understanding that the final contract needs to reflect McLaurin's value without hamstringing the team's ability to build a competitive roster around him. For McLaurin, remaining in Washington means continuing to build on a legacy that few players have in recent franchise history. Beyond just the contract numbers, this situation underscores McLaurin's importance to the Commanders' identity and future direction. His ability to consistently deliver on the field while weathering organizational turmoil has earned him respect from teammates, coaches, and fans. The franchise's decision to resist trading him after the public trade request shows how highly they regard his talent and leadership. McLaurin has become more than just a receiver. He's a cornerstone player who symbolizes the team's resurgence. His contract situation, though tense, may ultimately lead to a deal that solidifies his place in Washington for the foreseeable future. The timing of these negotiations is also crucial as the NFL offseason progresses and teams prepare for the draft and free agency. The Commanders want to avoid a distraction that could disrupt team chemistry or cause uncertainty among players. Both sides understand the stakes. McLaurin's contract talks are about more than just money. They're about commitment to a vision. With the playoffs recently within reach and a promising young quarterback in Daniels, Washington is on the cusp of establishing itself as a perennial contender. Securing McLaurin long-term will send a strong message that the team is serious about competing at the highest level. Despite the public nature of the trade request, McLaurin's situation is far from uncommon in the NFL. Many players seek extensions or better deals at pivotal moments in their careers. What sets this case apart is the mutual recognition that both the player and the franchise want to continue working together, just not at any price. The Commanders' reluctance to trade McLaurin reflects a broader philosophy of valuing homegrown talent and building around key contributors. Meanwhile, McLaurin's pursuit of a contract that reflects his performance and value is a natural business move. This ongoing negotiation represents a balancing act that could set the tone for the franchise's direction in the coming years. Ultimately, the Washington Commanders face a critical juncture with Terry McLaurin. The wide receiver has the talent and history to be a franchise icon, but his contract demands and age bring challenges to the table. The team's front office is walking a tightrope between fiscal responsibility and competitive ambition, aiming to keep their top offensive weapon without compromising future flexibility. Meanwhile, McLaurin must weigh the benefits of staying in a familiar system with a promising quarterback against the allure of a bigger payday elsewhere. As both sides continue their discussions, fans can only hope that a resolution emerges that satisfies the player's aspirations and the team's goals, keeping Scary Terry in Washington's lineup for years to come. In the end, this saga is a compelling story about loyalty, business, and the evolving landscape of the NFL. Terry McLaurin's rise from a third-round pick to one of the league's most consistent receivers is a testament to his hard work and determination. The Commanders' willingness to stand firm and negotiate in good faith shows a commitment to preserving their core players. While the details of the new contract remain under wraps, the path forward looks promising for both McLaurin and Washington. The next chapter in this relationship will not only define McLaurin's career, but also shape the trajectory of a franchise eager to return to NFL prominence. For now, the eyes of the football world remain fixed on how this story unfolds. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. There's been a stirring rumor swirling around the Washington Commanders locker room that's got fans and insiders buzzing with curiosity and intrigue. Word on the street is that a heated discussion, some might even say an intense debate, broke out between rookie sensation Jahan Dotson McLaurin and the team's young quarterback Sam Howell. Sources close to the team suggest that this wasn't just a casual exchange, but rather a fiery confrontation that could hint at some underlying tensions within the squad. As with any locker room drama, the story is filled with whispers about potential clashes in leadership styles and ambitions, and some insiders wonder if this momentary friction could evolve into something that affects the team's chemistry on the field. Of course, these are just early reports, and nothing official has been confirmed by the team's management or the players themselves. Still, the excitement around this potential feud has already sparked a lot of speculation about how it might influence the Commanders' upcoming season. The details around the supposed confrontation between McLaurin and Howell remain murky, but the buzz suggests it might have stemmed from differing opinions on play execution or team strategy during a recent practice session. Jahan Dotson McLaurin, known for his fiery competitiveness and sharp instincts on the field, reportedly challenged Howell's decisions, sparking a debate that quickly escalated. Sam Howell, meanwhile, is described by teammates as confident and assertive in his approach to leading the offense. The friction, if true, might signal a deeper rivalry for leadership roles within the squad, especially considering both players are young, hungry, and eager to prove themselves. Some insiders speculate this clash could be a natural growing pain, as the team tries to solidify its identity around promising but sometimes contrasting personalities. Regardless, such a clash, if managed well, could fuel a competitive fire that might ultimately strengthen the Commanders' squad. In the realm of locker room dynamics, it's not unusual for passionate players to have moments of tension, and experts argue that these incidents can either build stronger bonds or create lasting rifts. In this case, the rumored altercation between McLaurin and Howell might reflect the high stakes and expectations placed on these young athletes to perform and lead the team. Fans have already started to analyze footage of practices and games for subtle signs of this friction, from body language to sideline interactions. Meanwhile, social media platforms have been buzzing with fan theories and heated debates about who might come out on top in this unofficial rivalry. Some voices within the Commanders community believe this could be a turning point for the team's culture, pushing players to elevate their game. Others worry about potential divisions that could derail the team's cohesion. The truth, as always, likely lies somewhere in the middle. Adding fuel to the fire, there have been whispers suggesting that coaching staff have taken notice of the tension and might be intervening behind the scenes to mediate and keep the peace. It's said that the Commanders' coaches value harmony and unity above all, recognizing that any lingering discord between key players like McLaurin and Howell could jeopardize the team's performance. Some sources hint that private meetings or one-on-one talks have been scheduled in an attempt to realign goals and mend fences. This possible intervention suggests that while the disagreement might have been heated, there's also a conscious effort to prevent it from escalating into something more damaging. The coach's approach could be pivotal in turning this moment of friction into a catalyst for growth, encouraging both players to channel their competitive spirits in a way that benefits the team rather than divides it. If the rumors hold any truth, this internal debate could shape the Commanders' narrative going forward, especially as the NFL season approaches and tensions naturally rise. The dynamic between McLaurin and Howell might become a storyline to watch closely, drawing media attention and fan interest as the two young stars navigate their evolving roles. Analysts might speculate about how this relationship influences in-game chemistry, leadership hierarchies, and even future roster decisions. There's also talk that if managed well, this rivalry could spark a creative spark, pushing both players to refine their skills and leadership qualities. Yet the flip side is the risk that if left unchecked, the discord could erode team morale and unity. Either way, the Commanders appear to be at a crossroads, with the outcome hinging on how this rumored dispute is resolved. From a broader perspective, this situation highlights a common challenge in professional sports teams: balancing individual ambition with collective goals. McLaurin and Howell are both in crucial phases of their careers, eager to establish themselves as indispensable to the team's success. Their rumored disagreement might simply be an expression of this competitive drive, clashing briefly as they each strive for leadership and recognition. Coaches and teammates will need to carefully navigate this delicate balance, ensuring that the fire of competition doesn't burn bridges but instead forges stronger bonds. The Commanders' management might see this moment as an opportunity to reinforce a culture that embraces healthy competition while fostering mutual respect. Fans and analysts will undoubtedly keep a close eye on how this evolving dynamic shapes the team's fortunes in the coming months. As the news spreads, some fans have taken sides, fueling the rumor mill with opinions and predictions. Social media has become a battleground of sorts, with hashtags popping up both supporting McLaurin's fiery passion and backing Howell's leadership style. This fan engagement adds another layer to the story, intensifying scrutiny on the players and the team's internal atmosphere. Meanwhile, commentators and former players are weighing in, offering their perspectives on how such conflicts can be navigated in professional sports. Some praise the potential for growth through adversity, while others caution against allowing personal clashes to overshadow team objectives. The Commanders' front office might feel increased pressure to manage the narrative, balancing transparency with the need to protect the team's image and morale. Looking ahead, the big question remains: how will this rumored disagreement impact the Commanders on the field? Will it ignite a productive rivalry that pushes the team to new heights, or will it create fractures that hinder progress? Coaches may need to adapt their leadership strategies to accommodate the strong personalities involved, fostering an environment where competition fuels improvement without compromising unity. The players themselves will likely have to reflect on their roles within the team, deciding whether to channel their passion into collaboration or conflict. Ultimately, the Commanders' season could hinge on the outcome of this delicate internal situation, making it one of the most compelling storylines in the NFL landscape. The coming weeks and games will be crucial in revealing how this drama unfolds. While all signs point to a brewing storm, it's important to remember that rumors are just that. Rumors! The Commanders organization has maintained a level of professionalism and discretion, neither confirming nor denying the reports of tension between McLaurin and Howell. This silence leaves room for speculation, but also suggests that whatever transpired might have been addressed privately. Teams often deal with internal disagreements behind closed doors to protect players and maintain focus on performance. The speculation, however, will likely continue until concrete developments occur on or off the field. For now, fans and insiders alike remain on edge, eagerly awaiting any news that could clarify whether this rumored friction is a fleeting moment or the start of a deeper saga. In conclusion, the whispered tension between Jahan Dotson McLaurin and Sam Howell is creating waves far beyond the Washington Commanders locker room. Whether this is a sign of growing pains, a clash of competitive spirits, or something more serious, the story has captured the imagination of fans, analysts, and insiders across the league. The next chapters in this unfolding drama could redefine the Commanders' season and influence how these young players develop their careers. As the NFL community watches closely, the key takeaway might be the timeless lesson that even in professional sports, conflicts, real or rumored, can serve as powerful catalysts for growth and transformation if handled with wisdom and care. For now, the Commanders remain at the center of a fascinating narrative that promises to keep fans hooked in the weeks to come. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.